What's up, family? What it look like, what it look like, what it look like. Long time no see. Hey, check this out. If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you represent. And if you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're putting it down for. I'll drop a few shout outs and then I'm going in. The topic of discussion: can you be friends with a former sexual partner while in a relationship? The operative word is you. Can you be friends with a former lover, former sexual partner while in a relationship? What do you think? Let's see. I see South Carolina in the building. Also, family, if you want to jump the line, you want to skip the line, like back in school when you used to skip the line in the cafeteria, jump in the super chat. Donna Webb says, yes, sexual friends. Alabama up in here, Kimberly Griffin. What's up, Kim? Memphis in the house. Florida, the guy. I see Dallas. Who is that? Bussing your girl cheeks. Dallas in the building. Memphis, Tennessee in the house. I see Dallas, Texas again. EJ Jones. What's up, EJ? North Carolina Black. Victor Wilson. Raymond Nicholas Beaumont in the building. Texas up in here deep tonight. What's up, Willie Carter? Pearland, Texas in the building. Savannah, Georgia. I see who was that, Professor Light. Detroit. Colorado Springs, Joyce Smith. Landon Taylor, Fort Worth. Yeah, Texas up in here deep. H-Town in here. Who is that? What's that? Kid at Heart? Kid at Heart, okay. Dallas, Victor Pratt. Lynn, ATL. What's up, Michigan? Brooklyn all day, Gregory Frederick. So I'm going in, fam. Y'all keep them coming. And drop your comments. Let me know what you think about this discussion. The question is, can you be friends with a former sexual partner while in a relationship? So here's what I think. And I'm saying this because I am in a long-time friendship with a former sexual partner. And we had some good times. When we broke up, I entered another relationship and it was very difficult for the woman I was with to accept it. And I can't blame her because, in the beginning, there was some going back and forth. So here's what I think. I think that it's possible, but it takes maturity. I wasn't mature enough, and neither was she, to be able to say, okay, look, it's over, and I gotta respect your relationship, and I'm gonna respect whatever you got going on or whatever. That takes maturity. And I did not have that, in my 20s at all, like early 20s especially. I had it some were like late 20s, but early 20s, I did not have that at all. I can definitely say that can be accomplished now. In fact, to this day, we're strictly just platonic friends. We don't get on like that at all. We don't even make sexual references or none of that type of stuff at all. So yeah, like any relationship that I would enter today, I can have these type of, I can have a friendship with her and not ever cross that line. And, whereas I would even think about cheating because I don't even look at her like that anymore. I don't even look at her in a sexual way anymore. I just look at her as a friend, somebody who I actually want the best for. I would love to see her get into a long-term faithful relationship, get married, have kids, and if kids are in the plan, and just be happy. I just, as a friend, I would just like to see her be happy because I care about her well-being. And I would actually like root for her and her new dude to be happy. As long as he's making her happy or making her happier, and as long as he's doing right by her, I can accept him totally. And if I thought he was a good guy, and if I thought for any moment that she was getting off base, if she was stepping out of line and somehow about to mess the relationship up, whether it be with like perhaps trying to pursue another dude or even doing something that I know that he would not be in agreement with, I would try to get her back on track because I want to see my friends make it. I want to see my friends succeed. I want to see them have the best life. I want to see them live the best life that they can live. So I think that in short, it can be done, but I'm not sure that it can be done when a relationship has been newly broken up. Like if you was in a sexual relationship with somebody and then y'all break up and y'all continue to be friends, and then you meet somebody else within months, within weeks or months, even a year or two, I don't think it's safe. I think it has to be some years actually like to go by so life can happen, So, life happens, when they going in and out of some, you going in and out of some things, they going through some things, y'all go through some things together that has, absolutely nothing to do with any type of romantic aspirations or whatever, but just life in and of itself. And that's how you grow. And once you get to that type of level, I think that a person can do that. That can be accomplished where you can actually be friends with somebody that you was a sexual partner with in the past. Now, having said that, I do know people that conceal that type of information from their partners. Especially women, it's hard for dudes to conceal it because, for whatever reason, it's just hard for dudes to conceal it. And I don't think dudes care too much about it. I think that I don't even think it's that much of a big deal for a dude to let a woman know that, yeah, we used to have something going on or whatever. But a woman can hide something like that for like years, decades. Dude be right there with you. She calling that dude her brother or whatever, and he done smashed. They done had a full-blown relationship and you ain't know nothing about it. You kicking it with dude. You sitting up, chilling with him. Y'all hanging out, going to games, concerts together. He's at all of the major events in her life. And you really thinking that, they just friends, they're just brothers and sisters, they never done anything. You better think again. This is wisdom speaking to you right now. So I can just tell you to be careful with that. In an ideal situation, you don't want to be involved in a situation like that, ideally. But if you're in a situation like I'm in, whereas my ex, I'm actually real friends with her, like true blue friends. Like she got my back, I got her back, I got her whole family back. They got my back. I'm not letting her go for nobody. So any woman that comes in my life is going to have to understand that that's my friend, and she has to be able to trust me enough that I would not betray her trust, and I would not betray our relationship. Like, I would not, personally, I would not do that. I'm mature enough to not even be in a relationship where I feel like I have to cheat. That's how mature I am. Now, I know some of y'all going like, she, man, if she this, see, that's you, that's me, that's you, that's me. You see what I'm saying? I'm not built like that. I can tell you where I am in life, and certain things that about me, I know myself. And I would not be in a relationship that I consider to be a committed relationship where I'm, going through all of the motions except being faithful. I wouldn't do that. I would rather just not be with anybody. I think it's too much work also. Cheating is a lot of work. And I don't think that you can really be a solid person, like really call yourself a solid, genuine person and expect someone to be loyal to you, but you're disloyal to them. Loyalty is a two-way street. So if you want your woman to be loyal to you, it's incumbent upon you to be loyal to her. It's a two-way street. It don't even, think about what I'm saying. It don't even make no sense for you to have such strong convictions about your woman being loyal, your woman being faithful to you. But then you go out there and you doing all kind of things, you poking your stuff in anything that move. That don't make sense. You gotta be consistent. It's like a dude that love his mother and he love his sister. And if somebody dare raise their hand to his mother or sister, he ready to kill him, but he raise his hands and he strike another man's mother or sister. It don't make sense. It just don't add up to me. Like, I think you can lie to other people, but you can't lie to yourself. I think you have to be true to yourself if you're not true to anybody else. And I think hypocrisy is one of those things that I have a problem with. And there's been times where I've been a hypocrite myself, but I don't like being a hypocrite. I don't like the idea of hypocrisy. And if I catch myself doing it, I'm gonna check myself. I'll check myself anytime I get off base. If I get out of pocket, I check myself a whole lot quicker than anybody else can check me. And I'm okay with that. But what I'm not okay with is betrayal. And that is a two-way street. I'm not okay with being a woman being unloyal. And if I expect her to be loyal, then I got to be loyal. I got to set an example. You dig? Because you can take the most loyal woman and you mess over her enough times, she is going to get some revenge. Believe that. That is human nature. Nobody likes to be made a fool out of. And, at some point, you can take the most loyal person and they're going to be looking for some revenge. And once you plant those seeds of doubt, they will never look at you quite the same. They can be in a relationship with you for an additional 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. They will never, ever, ever trust you again once you plant those seeds of doubt. So that's my spiel. Let me see what y'all saying. Victor Pratt says, Willie, just go ahead and propose instead of indirectly talking to your girl through us. No, I ain't got no girl, dog. You see what I'm saying? Y'all always jumping the gun, man. I'm always trying to make something out of nothing. Ain't nothing happening here. Nothing. I'm single. I'm totally single. 100% single. I'm good. And I'm happy where I am right now. I'm not happy that I'm single, but I am happy. So I'm good over here right now, If I had a girl, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think I probably would let y'all know a little bit, like give you a little clues. I wouldn't be updating no status on Facebook though. I wouldn't do a Facebook update status, a status update, and I wouldn't be all on Instagram, doing all that stuff, at least not immediately. I'd have to see where it's going. I have to know that it's real. And even then, I wouldn't be just blasting my stuff every day. Black Pearl says, I think a lot of people can't handle mature relationships with the whole culture. True that. Who is this in the super chat? LaShawn. What's up, LaShawn? LaShawn keep it 100 with me all the time. Out there driving them trucks, getting that money. Salute. Rolling in Arkansas and listening. That's what's up. LaShawn drive them trucks out there getting that money. I always fantasized about owning a trucking company, but I like to be able to do whatever it is that I'm invested in. I like to be able to, like, just in case something goes wrong, just in case somebody don't want to show up for work or whatever, I don't stop my money, but I don't want to drive an 18-wheeler because anything that I've ever driven before, anything big especially, I have wrecked it. Like, even if it was just a scratch, and an 18-wheeler, man, a little scratch could kill something. So I don't trust myself behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler. I don't trust myself. So I salute you guys out there, all y'all truckers out there that's hauling that weight around and moving those rigs, man. It takes a very patient and skilled person to do that. Not anybody can do that. So I salute y'all for it, man. It's more than what I would do. I can tell you, but I salute the guys that are out there doing it though. Okay, who is this? Detroit Willie says, you got Willie, you got to come on with it, man. If you're Detroit Willie says, I got friends I slept with. It's okay when both partners are mature people. Correct. Let's see. Al Vengeance says, you got to do what works for you. Some people have more than one person to love with them and willing to share them. Yeah, I mean, shit, that's your thing. You do what works for you. King Daniel says he's working on his own trucking company. That's what's up. Try to be independent, self-sufficient. Listen, y'all family check. Remember this. If they don't feed you, they can't starve you. Get your own. Get your own. I'm so paranoid about working for somebody because I just know I've seen people get fired even before I got into the music business. I used to see people get fired. People come home, man, I got fired today. When I got laid off. I remember being about 22 or so. And I woke up one morning and I was watching the news and they were inside of the Houston Chronicle. I'm at the Houston Post offices. Houston Post is was a newspaper in Houston that had been around for decades. And people had been working for them for decades. Some people had worked there for 30 years, 25, 30, 35 years. On this particular day, the cameras were actually outside of the office, the office building. And it was breaking news that all of the employees had 30 minutes to clear out their departments, to clear out their offices, to clear their desk. 30 minutes. That meant some people who had been there and had offices there for 30 years had 30 years of memories. And they had to collect all of those memories in 30 years, stuff them in a bag, and get all the way out of the building. Imagine not even getting a heads up, not having no type of warning, and you just come to work you know, you thinking about, okay, you know, you're probably still making plans for vacation, still making plans to pay off the car, pay off the mortgage, pay off tuition for the kids at school, whatever. You know, give your child this amount of money for this, whatever. And they just tell you, when did you just go into work? You thinking it's another regular day, another news day, and you got a note on your desk that says you have 30 minutes to clear out. So basically, if you was there 30 years, they're giving you 10 minutes for each decade of memories. Not cool. So I've always been paranoid about working for other people. I never wanted to give somebody that kind of power over me. So, and even my own kids, I've always said, you know, I need to create something so that if my kids ever, you know, would want to work with me for whatever, I got a situation that they can step into and get paid. You know, it's good for kids to go out and do their own thing if they want to do something different, but it ain't, God bless the child that has his own, when his parents can set up things for them and they can walk into a situation and they don't have to go around begging folks for nothing. You know, especially the way things are today. We send our kids to school for, you know, 4 to 8 years, and you know, we pay all of this money for school, and they graduate and they do everything that they're supposed to do. And they do all the studying, and they do all of the, you know, they take the test, they pass the test, they get the grade and all of that good stuff. And, you know, they're model students. And then we actually expect them to go out and beg their oppressor for a job. How much sense does that make? Don't really make a lot of sense to me. So that's why I think it's very important for us to learn to own our own deal. Find something that we know how to do well, or something that pays the bills and beyond, and set it up, create something so that your kids can have a better situation than you had on your way up. That's the way I think. I'm always thinking like ownership, boss moves. It's more scary, but what appears to be more scary, but I just think that I'd rather like be in charge of my own destination than have somebody else in charge of it. So if I'm gonna be scared, it's gonna be scared. I'm gonna be scared because of my moves, not some other potential move someone else can make. George Abernathy says, think you guys will do what he's talking about, but they won't allow the girl to do the same thing in most cases. True that. Well, you know, we live in a double standard society. Mitzi, what up? You were really in the concert. I met you so many years. Always down there. Thank you. Appreciate you, Mitzi. Absolutely. Miss Michi doing the moderating, says, subscribe, reminding you guys to like. That's right, smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. I'm not seeing enough likes. There's too many people checking out the program to not have more likes. I see, who is that? Jermaine Riddle. Jermaine Riddle. What's up? Actually, is that, let me see, Jeremiah. Is that Jeremiah? Man, I can't say that first name. Jeremiah Riddle. Jeremiah Riddle. That's Jeremiah Riddle. Yeah. Robert Dredden. What up, Rob? Gang Jordan. Yeah, gang, Jordan. Yeah, I'm single, man. I used to be, I was married. I'm divorced. Was married for a good piece too, bro. Gave it a good try. We gave it a good run. Who is that? What's up, Ralph Smith? Filipino Black. What up? Okay, Chick Chick says, it really depends on how it ended. I honestly only have one ex that I'm not friends with, and that's because he's a shady individual. No hard feelings, just not someone I want in my life. Yeah, I can dig it. I dig that. New Empire Network says if it's not 100%, don't do it. And Mr. Don't Do It says, what's up, Cleveland in the building? Courtney Howard says, hell no to the no. Absolutely. See, that's why I said it's not just about what me being able to, like, me being able to be friends with someone, a former sexual partner, while I'm in a relationship. Even more importantly, the person I'm in a relationship with has to be comfortable and trust me in that relationship. Because if that person is not comfortable and they're not trusting of me, then it's not going to work. So it's going to hurt my relationship that I have with my ex. My friendship that I have with my ex is going to hurt that relationship. That relationship is going to suffer. I personally don't believe in having friends and calling myself being a friend and allowing somebody to hurt the relationship that we have of my friendship. You know, I'm really serious about friendship. So, you know, are we really friends or is it conditional? Think about what I'm saying. Are we friends, but as soon as I get a girlfriend, we can't be friends no more? We talk about how we friends and I love you back. I love you. Yeah, I love you back. Got you. Got my back. I got your back. As soon as one of us get a spouse, okay, I can't holler at you no more. Can't talk to you no more. Can't call you no more. You know, for people that can't do that, I understand. And most people cannot have those type of relationships. But I'm not one of them. Even to this day, like even I'm friends with my kid's mother, you know, and she's remarried. I have no problem with her. I wish her and her husband well. I hope that they go the distance. I have absolute no problem with them. And I ain't never said nothing inappropriate to her from the time that we even divorced, you know, or even before that, you know, like once we got to a point to where we was going in different directions, you know, I cut that thing all the way off and she cut it off. You know, it was over. Went like that. So I think it takes a certain level of maturity, and quite frankly, just a lot of people just are not built like that. You know, some people just are not built like. That's why I don't even understand how people can be in relationships with people that they really just don't trust. Now, I'm not saying be a fool. I know that pretty much anybody is really capable of cheating. Now, if you see some red flags and stuff, I mean, you should probably open your eyes, pay attention. But just every day being in a relationship with somebody you just don't trust every day, constantly checking up on somebody and being jealous, man, I couldn't live like that. And I don't care if she got to go to work, if she's in California or she's in London and she's working, and I'm not trying to check up on and see where she at and all this stuff and who she with and whom, because whatever happened, the truth gonna come to light. And in most cases, the truth gonna come to light anyway. So I don't have that kind of time. I don't have that type of time. I got stuff to do. And I don't have that kind of patience to be trying to check up on a woman like that. I just don't have that type of time. And if I just didn't trust her, I just wouldn't be with her. It's as simple as that. Now, if I'm gonna be in a type of relationship where I don't trust somebody, it definitely ain't gonna be a committed relationship. It's not gonna be like a platonic, I mean, you know, like we're not platonic, but it's not gonna be a monogamous relationship. You know, it's not gonna be like that. Absolutely not. But that's just me. George also says, if they don't tell you, that's a devious acting itself, devious act in and of itself. True that. Let's see, Giving Love says, my exes try. When I laugh at them, they get mad because they know better. Okay. I think this is a good topic. A lot of people go through this. People hide. I'm going to tell you something. Almost every single person has an ex. I might be starting some mess out here in y'all house right now, but I got to say this. Almost every ex, I mean, every person in this world who's in a relationship right now is in contact with at least one of their friends, one of their old sexual partners, at least one. And in many cases, they're in contact with at least one friend who they haven't had sex with, but they're in the wings and they're definitely interested in them. But they just have never went there before, for whatever reason. So it's, in most cases, is that one they've never been with sexually, and it's that one that they've been in a full-blown relationship with. And they're kicking it, and they still talk to that person. Now, you may not be aware of it, but they talk to that person. I'm saying I have a relationship with a person that I used to be sexually involved with, and that's my friend for life. We're no longer sexually involved, and we're talking years and years and years and years of that, none of that. So that's a friend, that's a true friend. And I'm not gonna like betray my friendship because I meet a brand new person, especially like, think about what I'm saying too. This person is a new person. This person is untried. You know, I've been through almost everything with this person over here, like a real true friend I've been friends with for years and years and years. I meet a brand new person and she's not even proven, but I'm just gonna throw this relationship away, this platonic relationship away, just because we had something in the past for a brand new chick that I just met that I'm not even sure of. And even if I was sure of, I still would not just throw a relationship. I would not throw a friendship away. I wouldn't do that. ATX Sharonda says, I'm friends with my son's dad and his ex-wife, and now his current wife. Absolute. It's all good. It's all about maturity. And being civil, I think. Especially if you got kids. Like I think if you got kids from a woman, or your ex, if you got kids from your ex, I actually think I think it's cool when you get to a point where you actually learn to love that person again. Not sexually, not romantically, but just get to a point to where you learn to love that person again just for what y'all created. You know what I mean? Just for what you created together. Just because of all the love that you did share when things were going right. See, I'm a true believer in taking my bitter with my sweet. I do believe in accepting the bad with the good. What trips me out is when things go bad, people that get really emotional, all they think about is how they got hurt. All they think about is the bad part. They don't think about all of those good times together, all of those good trips and parties and concerts and plays and vacations and rolling around in the bed and on the floor, and they don't think about all of those good times. They just think about the bad stuff. To me, that's a sign of immaturity. I don't know, and I know I'm stepping on some toes right now, but I just don't know any other way to say it. I just hope that y'all receive it and realize what I'm saying is true and do something about it. Because I just think that it's a person that thinks that way is just emotional. I could not in my heart, just hate, like forever hate the person that helped me bring children into the world. That's why it's so important to get to know somebody before you start procreating. Anyway, I'm gonna hit up a couple more comments and then I'm gonna shut it down, family. Zap says, could it be some women just get off on having a husband and cheating on him? Maybe demon possessed? Yeah, that's true. Some women get off on that, and some men get off on having a wife and cheating on her. Two-way street. Black Goddess, what you talking about? I'm sorry, but I'm the only friend my man needs. Good night, Willie. And with that, family, I am going to bid you a good night. Miss Michi, I appreciate you for getting down on the moderation side of things, keeping things in order around here, helping me keep things in order on the Willie D Live channel. Until next time, family, no more talk.